I remember we had put up a meme, and it had the shoe on the left, and it said whack, played out, old, and then it had the one on the right, and it said Grail, gotta have it, must cop, and it's essentially the same shoe.
You don't want me to answer these questions, Blair, because the hate will begin to spew on the comment sections below. But I mean,
you see what I'm saying? Because the only thing different between those is that those are made by Supreme and have a little bit of writing on it.
Right.
And those ones are just regular releases, which you can go into any Foot Locker and get.
Right. Well, these are old. Yeah, these are much older though. These
but I'm saying, but there's a
new
if
version. It would have right. If it would have these are from 05.
Right. But I'm saying, but they still make
03. Yeah.
They still make white high top Air
Force
Ones.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is the staple. This is what it was. But at the same, it's funny because at the same token, I love Supreme. Shout out to Supreme.
Yeah.
I love Supreme because my kids love Supreme. So, give you a perfect example. Shout out to Supreme. I walk in there. I'm like, yo, my son's going to college. I want to get him a chair for his dorm. Supreme chair. Right. He loves Supreme, right? So I got 3 of them. 2 for him, 1 for me. People sit down in my room. They got to sit somewhere. I mean, at the end of the day, it's what you like. I mean, you slap the logo on this. This is dope. We victims. I buy a regular black leather jacket from Canal Street. It's $400. Same jacket with the Louis Vuitton logo cost me $4,000.
Right.
And I have them.
Yeah.
Especially since my weight loss, I got them all. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, I mean, it's a little bit different because the leather quality of Louis Vuitton is different than Canal Street leather quality.
I get it, but I'll give you something else. I'll go buy a Theory jacket. Theory's a great jacket, $750, $1,100 jacket. Louis Vuitton jacket's $4,000. I can pretty much say it's the same leather. But I understand what you're saying, and I get that part.
Yeah.
But you pay for what you like. It's again, sneakers are only worth what your stupid ass want to pay for.
How much is the resale on these things these days?
These were probably $550 to $600. These were probably $400.
Yeah.
For what was the box price on these? $150, $180? I don't remember. $150 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, but
I mean, me personally, my favorite foams are the Supreme foams. I got them both in black and red. I think they're phenomenal.
They're dope.
Yeah.
They went a little overboard with the clothing, but I bought the shorts though. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a victim.
Right.
But I wasn't wearing that whole damn jump. I wore the shorts.
Crazy.
It's funny. I've worn the shorts without the sneakers. I wasn't doing the whole outfit.
Right.
I put the shorts on with a pair of white Air Forces with a yellow swoosh or gold swoosh.
Well, I remember I wore the black Supreme foams when I was interviewing Nicki Madaris.
Yeah.
You know, on Love and Hip Hop, and she had a Versace bag that was like identical. You know, she's like, "Oh, are those Versace shoes?" I'm like, "No, these are actually Nike." She's like, "Really?" Because she pulled out her bag, and it was like,
it's crazy.
Very close. I'm actually kind of surprised there wasn't some sort of lawsuit.
Well, what I've learned over the years with Bape and Nike and so on and so forth, and cease and desist letters from all over the country and blah blah blah. If a shoe is something that's altered, I think it's like 10%. You're good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you actually get away with it. That's why Bape was so successful, and if there's a 10% difference, you're good.
Oh, because when they did the Bape Air Force Ones with the star on it and stuff like that.
The star, the ape instead of the air, and a little bit of change. Yeah, as long as it's like a 10% difference, you're good. I've gone through that same thing with, trying to legalize, like when I did my bags and everything. If something is similar, close, vice versa. So.
Did you hear about the lawsuit in China over New Balance?
No.
So apparently, some individual in China claimed that New Balance took his design and won the equivalent of $16 million.
He won the suit?
He won the suit. And you're talking about the majority of the world's bootleg goods come from China.
Yeah, he won the suit. Wow.
Against New Balance.
I would have liked that judge before I went to jail. Good Lord. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy.
What's your take about bootlegs in general?
They should be flown to a separate island and left there. It sucks. It sucks.
Did you see?
I've got my bespokes bootlegged. I thought I was again. It's funny because made me take a bow.
Yeah.
They took my denim Air Force One and bootlegged it. My denim bespoke.
Okay.
And bootlegged it. I had it on sale for like $100. I remember putting up Twitter posts that was shit. Mama, I made it. I'm famous.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's crazy. Like, why bootleg? Like, why? But everybody's a gift and a curse in there. Half of them girls you see in the club, them Chanel bags ain't real.
Oh yeah.
Them Louis bags ain't real.
Okay. Did you watch the segment that we did with Jim Jones and Sully Ghost?
I didn't see it, but shout out to Jim. Jim is my man. You know what I'm saying? I know about the shoe and everything.
Well, I mean, Jim actually called us.
Yeah.
You know, like his manager, me and him have been cool for a little while now, and he's like, "Yo, Jim wants to actually talk about."
He should have just called me.
You know, these,
Jim is my man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It happens, man. Listen, I remember. You can probably look it up somewhere. one of the world's greatest sneaker dudes ever, one of the men I have the utmost respect for, Greg Street. Greg got not caught with a pair of fakes. Like, he actually told me he bought a pair of shoes one day off of eBay. They came home and he realized they were fake. I mean, you get caught. You're buying a picture, you get caught.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, because I guess those are the Ray Allen PEs.
Yeah, the Ray Allen.
And I guess there's only 2 pairs in existence.
It was the size 9 sample that somebody has, and then the pair they made for Ray. I'm sure they gave Ray more than one pair.
I think Harden has a pair also.
Okay, I'm sure they made more than one pair though, so it's not like 2 pair. There's more than they don't just give an athlete one pair of shoes.
Right. But essentially, Solely Ghost actually went through and said, unfortunately,
it's not real. It's not real.
Yeah, and Jim took it in stride. He said,
"You're supposed to take it that way. What you supposed to do? Get mad because you bought a pair of fakes or go out on a damn tirade or whatever? You got caught. It's a big deal."
Have you ever had a pair of fakes?
No,
never.
I've had somebody buy me a pair of Meta Air Force Ones. So, yo, man, I got you something, and I'm like, yo, them shits ain't real, fam. Thank you for trying, but they ain't real. You know what I'm saying?
So you know right away.
I looked at them and saw them. But it was easy for me because the Meta Air Force One has a little tag inside of the shoe, like the Meta tag inside of the shoe, and then when he gave me, it didn't have the tag. So when I looked, I'm like, yo, these ain't real. So that's how easy it was for me. But I mean, it's not like I've seen shoes. I've seen some 13 Ray Allen, the scoring title joints that he did, and I seen them shits, and they was like, yo, these shits look retarded. Like, the stitching is off, blah, blah, blah. They don't look good from far. So.
Right. So I know somebody who actually goes to China and gets shoes early and brings them back. The way he described it to me was, Nike has these plants in China.
The workers make their own shoes. They run their own shoes in the factory. They run the,
Well, he told me a slightly different story. He said, okay, so you have these machines that make shoes in China. Well, at one point, just like everything else in life, the machines get upgraded. So basically, guys go and take the old machines and go and set up their own factory and start creating fakes from the original machines.
I don't believe that, because you still have to have the actual tooling and you still have to have the actual materials to make the shoes. Okay. So they still get the materials from the same factory. I think the same. My guesstimate, my mayor, whatever you want to say, put it on the record. I think the people that actually work in the factories make them and run them. It's my guess. I mean, you still got to have tooling, you still got to have lasting, you still got to have all that on the shoe. You just don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, so those materials run out. Where you getting materials from?
So if you're making them in the same factory, you're using the same materials, what's really the difference?
I don't know. Maybe if they run after hours, the machine is, I don't know. I really don't know, but I don't want to sound like an idiot. But in the same token, I really can't answer it, so I don't know. But I will say that my guesstimate is that they run in the same factory.
Gotcha.
But at the end of the day, like, what's so fly? Riddle me this, internets, and leave the comments below along with the hateful ones and the good ones. They're read and appreciated. What's so important about being first? I don't want to be the first one with a Supreme Air Force. I just want to call Supreme and say, yo, hold me down. Yeah. And if they hold me down and tell me to pick it up on Monday because everybody's coming to get it Saturday, guess what? I'm the last one with them, but I got them.
Right.
I don't care about being first. Gifts are dope. When there's only one of 24 pair in the world and you get them, that's super dope.
So what are those?
This is a PlayStation Air Max 360 hybrid.
Okay.
It's only 24 pair in existence.
Okay.
And again, when you get stuff like this given to you, that's dope. I appreciate it. I've had that a million times. Okay. PlayStation trainers, shoes have been given to me, Kobe HTMs, LeBron 7 PEs. I get them. Okay. Appreciate it. Great. But in the same token, if I'm buying a shoe, I bought a shoe.
Good. How much are those worth roughly?
$2,000, $2,500.
Okay.
I think it depends what you're comparing these to too. I mean, if you're comparing them to Jordans, nothing's going to ever top Jordan. And it's still, right now to this day, nothing puts motherfuckers in the frenzy like a pair of J's. Right now to this day.
What do you think is the most valuable pair of shoes in your collection?
To me personally, or valuable?
No, on the market.
$25,000 right there.
$25,000.
And look where I have it, just laying there. And I wear this shit all the time. See that? $25,000, you take that, you do that to that. It means nothing as a goddamn shoe.